Hello everyone, welcome to day 31 of Wild Writing in the Time of Corona. I hope you're all well and that you enjoy this workshop. So today we're going to do a poem that's going to be about a room, an imagined room. So what I would like you to do is to list 6 things about the room. If you're new to this, we are filling out words in categories and then we're making a poem of at least 4 lines using at least 4 of the things. There's no obligation to post, there's no obligation to write, but it's just a way of doing some creative thinking and some writing as well. So, so you're going to imagine a room. It may be that you have to wait until you have got all the things to think what the room's going to be like. That was definitely the case with me as I tried to do this, but we'll try anyway. So number 1 is the oldest thing in the room. Number 2 is the newest thing in the room. Number 3 is the smallest thing in the room. Number 4 is the largest thing in the room. Number 5 could be window or windows or door or doors that are in the room. And number 6 can be where the room is. That could be in the building it's in, the house it's in, the flat it's in, the castle it's in, or it could be where it is within the building itself. So this room is entirely imaginary, I suggest to you. I guess you could do a favourite room if you wanted. I initially thought of doing this in the room that we find ourselves in, but I thought that kind of was against the spirit of what we're doing, because we're trying to create something rather than just write about exactly what we know and exactly where we are. So I would like you to try and make this as descriptive as you can. It doesn't necessarily have to tell a story, but it has to try and describe the room so the reader or the listener can get a picture of what that room is like. Okay, so you're imagining objects in the room, you're making yourself a random list, and you've got your pen and your paper, and I hope you have good fun trying to describe a room, maybe what's gone on in the room, maybe just what's in the room. I leave it up to you. If you want a title, you can call it the something room or the room story, or it's completely up to you. Have fun with it. So this is a completely imagined room. You ready? Pen, paper, paper, pen. Right, off you go. Start. Okay, well done. Welcome back. I wonder what your rooms are like. I wonder if you like your room or you don't like your room. I'm going to share the way I did this with you, and I did it slightly differently because I think I thought first of all of where the room would be. So I thought it was number 6, and I wanted my room to be an attic room, so it was going to be a high up room. It was going to have a window and a door. I wasn't sure what the largest thing in it was going to be. I knew it was a piece of furniture, but it was under a cloth. I knew what the smallest thing in the room was going to be, and that was going to be carved letters. The newest thing in the room was going to be a light fitting, and the oldest thing in the room was also going to be this carving. So I had 2 things as one. And I decided to try and write in rhyme, or some rhyme. I thought the poem lent itself to it. And I called this The Room. You can get to the room by climbing the stairs, winding up 2 floors, then 3, past closed-off bedrooms and cupboards of oak, to the attic, the garret, the top of the tree. The door always sticks so you'll need to push. Mind your head, as the old ceiling is low. You'll see lots of dust cloths on all the things there. The old lady shut up the place. Why, I don't know. If you look over there, on the beam near the shelf, you'll see a carving, 2 letters, MH and the date. They're hard to see as the timber's all blackened, but it takes you back, doesn't it? 1658. We think it was done on the night of the storm, when all of Kent feared for their lives. Rain and wind lashed the house. Up here it must have been frightful. Most gathered in the cellars, the families, children, wives. They say there was a lookout posted up here in the attic to watch for the riders coming here by night, bringing documents and deeds from London, so the men of the family wouldn't need to fight. I'm sorry to go on so, but it's fascinating to think that in this room, this tiny thing has such a tale to tell. Mind that garish new light fitting as you step back to the hall. I'll take you down to the old study now. Go steady. You don't want to fall. Okay. I had intended to write a descriptive poem, but I ended up writing a poem that was like a guide to a room. And I didn't quite know where I was going with it. I had in the back of my mind that someone in some sort of desperate state had carved something into the beam, and I went with that. The date was entirely random, so it was quite nice when I found out that that was the date. It was around that time that Oliver Cromwell's son took over from him, so that kind of gave me a little bit of a political backdrop to it. I think I quite like the format of it. I quite like the taking it into and doing something and then moving out and moving back into the real world. So I hope you enjoyed listening to it. I hope you enjoyed creating your imaginary room, and I very much look forward to reading what you write from today's workshop. And tomorrow we will be back when it'll be day 32 of Wild Writing in the Time of Corona. In the meantime, I'm going to wish you a very good day wherever you are, and thank you again for taking part. Goodbye and take care.